Hey, peace and blessings, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Chazzwins. I'm your host, Chaz Burke, and I am just so delighted to be here with you today. I hope that you are well. I hope that you are starting this new year being productive, feeling prosperous, and everything fantastic is going your way. So I want to jump right into it today. I'm working on this mini-series, this mini-series about how to make your videos pop a little bit more and some little creative information and the tools that might help you here. And, here at G Tribe TV, we try to put out all kinds of different, there's a lot of different creators that do different things. My thing is a little bit of everything. But today we're going to be talking about, your videos. And I did a video, episode 1, just a few days ago. That's up, I think, floating around somewhere, where I shot the video in horrible lighting conditions. Sound was terrible, everything. But I did that purposeful because I wanted to show the contrast of what your videos can look like if you just take a little time to set them up. And that's what I'm doing today. That's what I've already done. I've shown some clips in between, and I will show some of the clips from that bad video in below here, different times throughout. You can see it and see what that's like. You can definitely see the difference. And if you care, hopefully these tips will help you to achieve results like this, or maybe results of something different. But you got to play with it, experiment with it. But there are some basics that work, whether you're here in your basement like me, your humble abode, or you're on set with Steven Spielberg. It's some version of this going on with your lighting, your key lighting, which is important, and your sound. Okay. Now we're just working with a cell phone. Any cell phone will do today. They are much better than what they were in the past. So, get your tripod, get your phone set up, check your lighting. If you want to start, if you want sure, after you get your key lighting, you have your 45. You need 3 lights beginning with your light triangle, okay? You want to start with your light triangle. It's like a fire triangle. Something different. But whatever light you can afford, that's what you can afford. Get what you get. I buy things off of Amazon. No one particular brand that I use, but if somebody wants to sponsor me, I'll be happy to talk about your wonderful products all day long. Until that happens, I just give generic stuff, whatever I can afford. And that's just it. You can be on a budget and still look great. You can be on a budget and still sound great if you take the steps to set up your things. And your background, depends on what you're doing. Sometimes you need a plain business background. Sometimes you need imagery, whatever, lighting. I got a little bit of everything here in the base because I do different things. Laundry in the background, but you can't see that. Everything on that side of the camera, you don't need to see. My lighting is here, my 45, my right and left. My cross lighting. So this side of my face is lit up, and so is this side. I got some lighting behind me to give some depth and some definition and separation from the wall. To me, it makes it more of a 3D-ish effect. And that's the whole idea. When I lower my lighting to the point where I take on your scale, on your camera, bring it down low when you're recording. Play with it. Bring it down low to your subject, almost kind of disappears, and then bring it back up slightly until you see separation in your light, your subject, between you and the wall. And you see that and define a little bit. Just tweak it just a little bit. And it's a good place to start. And if you have some lighting, the proper lighting, you'll be able to do that. It'll give your video a more dramatic effect. It'll feel better. It'll look better. Colors depend on what you're trying to get here. I've got your standard lights right now on. The temperature is cool because I want that cool effect on me right now. So the whole idea is to make it look just like that. The temperature scale, we'll get into that. I only have 2. I do have a key light behind the camera, but it's so bright I didn't need it because it washed everything out. So we just simply turned it off and we don't need it. Because I have good lighting and because there's backlighting behind me, it is giving me a cinematic effect where, I stand out from the wall. You can see me pretty well. And that's what you want. If I was doing something where I needed definition on my face, then I would turn my light on. So there you go. These lights did not cost a lot of money. The only problem is they're a little older, so they are still running off of fans, and they tend to be just a little bit of a hum in them. But everything else is off down here. You can't hear any background noise. What you're hearing is through the microphone in the camera. That's it. No lavalier microphones, nothing. So it should sound pretty decent. If there's any noise at all, it's just a little bit of that hum from the fans on my lights. There's nothing I can do about those other than get new lights, which I'm working on. But I can talk a little bit louder. If I wanted to use a microphone, maybe clear that noise up, keep it from recording, pulling in from there. It would pull from over here away from that noise, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. So when you do those things, you start to set stuff up, this is what you get. And I was showing clips along the way how the other background was just terrible. The lighting group, there was no lights, first of all. So my camera was not able to pick up the details. It was fuzzy, it was grainy, and the color was just awful. And I had like the heater on, I had a blender going in the background, all kind of noise. So it wasn't ideal. Sometimes it might be like that. Sometimes you got to get the shot. Sometimes it's like, all right, I just got to get rolling. That's okay too. I'm never going to tell anybody that their stuff is wrong. It's not my place. I'm no expert. I just share what I learned along the way and what works for me. So you do the same. But with a purposeful mindset, I want to be able to share some tips that I think are going to help you when you can. Tripod, obviously, the stillers, hey. As still as you can get when you're shooting video or photography, still shots, it's better. If your camera's not moving, it has the opportunity to capture all the details. So get you a tripod when you're recording. Again, something that's affordable for you, for your phone, camera, whatever you're using. Get into the camera stuff a little later. But get what works for you in your budget. Put that sucker on, get it lined up. Try to keep your headshot. Like, again, here's something that was taught to me. You don't want to have too much space where you can fly an airplane between your head of your subject and the top of the screen. It's just not a good look. And you got to crop it later on, and that gets tricky. So, like anything else, if you can get your shot set up from the beginning correctly or close, in the end, it's going to save you time. Because when you go back and edit it, you might not have to edit. Just go. Just go with it. So remember that. Your lighting, you can adjust it however you need to. Whatever your needs are, you might be trying to see the nighttime shoot a nighttime scene, and you don't want a whole bunch of lights. Darken your lights, darken the exposure. You get that nighttime effect. It's all kind of thing. Lighting really makes a difference just about everything. Where you're in your house, where you're recording. So, and again, I have this example playing throughout this video of how you don't want your videos to look like, unless for some reason that's what you're going for. You might be doing like a post-apocalyptic type of dystopian future where it looks hazy and cloudy and all raggedy looking. That would work. That would work. But for these like teaching moments, we want you to hear and see me pretty well so you can make the adjustments that you need to. And like I said, this year we want to do everything mindful and purposeful right here on Chazzwins, especially here on G-Tribe TV. That's the goal, for people to shine, put your spotlight on you and everyone else you can. So we're definitely going to continue in that long-standing tradition that KB presents here on the network, and I'm so happy to be a part of that. It's challenging in this regard. You got so many ideas and so much wonderfulness and so many good vibes that are coming down the pike. You just want to be a part of all of them, and you simply can't all the time. So I say, do what you can when you can. And when you do it to the max. It's not like a commercial. Do it to the max, whatever it is. Make that moment yours. And with acting, I've learned how to turn it on and off at different times, but we're not getting into all that right now. Right now, we're just working on the setup. I got my plants in the background to just dress up the set a little bit. Just a little bit. To fill it in a little bit. And again, it's not a Hollywood studio set. Not at all. But we can make it presentable, and we can make it entertaining. We can make it nice to look at, hopefully nice to listen to as well. So we are going to explore these different tips along the way, this little mini series about how to get you better results. And I want to hear back from you what you think. Any kind of input, you could always email me, chazzwins38@gmail.com, CHAZZ38@gmail.com. I don't even mind if you text me. I really don't. Just text me, 412-628-0344, and just like, hey, Chaz, I got some input for you. Good or bad, whatever. I mean, I'm here for it. Don't be cussing me out, because I'm going to have to get the angry weatherman. But just let me know your thoughts, and that's how we build community. That's what we're trying to do. K-Bay's done a great job with that here on G-Tribe TV. Been working at it for years, and I see all of y'all out there. Bricklayers out there doing your thing. Some of the other artists, new and old, have been around. I check you guys out because I believe in what you're doing. I believe in your product, your vision, and you motivate me. Keep me motivated, so I keep coming back. Sometimes we fall off, sometimes we keep going forward, but that's life. We all got bills to pay. We all got things to do. Just whatever you're doing, just do it to the max. I'm not trying to start that a new phrase tagline, but just do it to the max. Why not? Why not? I'm sure somebody uses it somewhere. I don't know, but I've been enjoying my journey, and that's the biggest thing. Spending time with family, working on my own projects in my own time, having some relative beginner success with my music. It's been a couple years now. For those of you who don't know, I perform as C-Dizzle, C-Dizzle across all the spectrums, everything. I'm available everywhere, Spotify, YouTube, blah, 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 blah. They're all those. I'm available. I appreciate you follow, give me a listen, and again, give me some feedback. I'm not a classically trained musician. I'm learning as I go. I do interact with several musicians. My daughter's a great singer. Her name's Cassandra. You probably have heard her or seen her. Constant but professional. My buddy across the street, my neighbor Al Key, is a former composer, conductor. So Annie Mae's out there doing her thing with her band. And my buddy Myron, Benjamin Blakely III, doing his thing. Teresa Hawthorne, just to name a few. Some of the people that I interact with in my life, and they help make me better being around me. So I'm always learning. The one thing I will say is that people listen to you, and maybe they like it, maybe they don't. It's subjective. 6-7. You might like it, you might like this. I try not to be critical of any artist doing whatever they're doing at all. I like what I like, and I don't what I don't. But I don't need to tell you every time, oh, that sucked, or whatever. I don't do that. I keep it to myself. I'm rocking with you, I'm going to rock with you. But I'm going to support you. I'm going to be there to support you. And that's what we need here on this station, G Tribe TV. We need support. We need people to tune in. We need people to give feedback, contribute however you can. Just watching, downloading the app, going to the website. All that is contribution that we truly appreciate. To get you to sit down and watch what I'm saying or listen to what I'm saying, I appreciate that because your time is valuable. And I want to give you value for your time. It's like a value meal. Or something. I don't know. I just hope that you're able to take these tips and grow from them. So throughout this video, I've shown different examples of some of the bad videos and things like that in sound. You can see them and listen to them. I don't want to get too heavy because this is not one of those sit there back straight and listen to the blackboard type thing. Nobody does that anymore. These are just little things. So the most important thing, though, is just get out there, start recording yourself, your video, your projects, doing whatever you do. Do it. If you take the energy, just start moving. That's a good place to start. Just start moving with it, first of all. You can tweak everything later. That's the biggest step. You're feeling down, you're feeling tired, whatever. Bust out that phone, man, and get busy. Because you got something to say. People want to hear about it. And you could do that on G Tribe TV. Just remember that. Keep coming back. We're going to have, I don't know why the ending sounds like that, where it's like a drumming of the, get you hyped up or whatever. We're trying to get you hyped. If you're not hyped in life, then I hope that you do find something that makes you feel hyped and good about what you're doing. And like I said, we're trying to bring that to you. You got any comments at all, commentary, any questions, whatever, you can always reach out to me. I'll answer back. And I want to continue to build community, positive, productive people. So let me know where you're from, what you got going on, what you're doing in life, and I'll share some things with you, man. I take requests, whatever, or ideas. Let's share. Let's get into it. Let's chop it up. Let's be human again. Let's put good vibes in the universe because they certainly are coming back to me. And I want to be able to give some of those vibes back to you. So that's all I got for now. I hope these tips help you, serve you well. Let me know. I don't know what I'm going to cover next time, but I still have some more things about some sound and some other things. And I probably graduate to talking about the different kinds of cameras and stuff like that. It's tricky because, man, there's new stuff coming out every day. You don't got to keep up with the Joneses. You really don't. Once you have the format to keep your stuff clean, crisp, and precise, you're good. So that's all I got for this time. I appreciate y'all for coming and hanging out with me, and I hope that your day is beautiful. because you're beautiful. Peace. Y'all know I like my Arabica bean coffee. Y'all get that? Get that, sound man, cameraman, person, whatever. Ain't nobody here but me. Y'all know that. I'm going to Kansas City.